Have you ever felt that nagging sense of forgetfulness? That fleeting moment when a name or a simple task slips from your mind? It's a common experience that many face, leaving us wondering about the intricate connections between our lifestyle and our cognitive well-being. Surprising as it may seem, the foods we consume daily could play a pivotal role in shaping our memory and mental clarity.
This is particularly significant in light of the rising concerns surrounding Alzheimer's disease, a condition that affects millions around the world, slowly robbing individuals of their most cherished memories and the joy of everyday life. Statistics reveal a stark reality. Alzheimer's disease is not just a distant specter, it's a growing epidemic, with projections suggesting that by 2050, the number of people living with Alzheimer's may reach nearly 14 million in the United States alone.
These figures are more than just numbers. They represent lives affected, families altered, and communities shaken. Amidst this alarming trend, it's vital to explore how a simple yet profound aspect of our lives, our diet, can emerge as a powerful tool for both prevention and potentially better management of cognitive decline. At the heart of this discussion is the undeniable link between diet and brain health. Research continues to unveil how certain foods can either nurture our brains or, unfortunately, drive inflammation and accelerate neurodegenerative processes. Visualize the brain as a complex machine. Just like any engine, it requires quality fuel to operate efficiently. When we choose nourishing, wholesome foods, we are effectively supplying our brains with the resources they need to function at their best. Conversely, the excessive consumption of processed foods and sugar-laden snacks can set off a chain reaction of inflammation that might cloud our thoughts and diminish our memory. In this exploration, it is essential to reflect on our daily choices. How often do we lean toward convenient fast food instead of fresh, wholesome meals? Have we taken a moment to scrutinize the labels on the products we bring home? Every day we face decisions that can either fortify our cognitive health or undermine it. By engaging in this conversation about food, we open the door to greater understanding and awareness of how our everyday eating habits can impact our neurological health. As we embark on this journey together, it's encouraging to know that changes, even small ones, can lead to significant improvements. There are a wealth of delicious and nourishing options available to us. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, vitamins and minerals, such as vibrant fruits, leafy greens, fresh fish, and wholesome nuts, are waiting to be embraced. By gradually replacing less nutritious choices with brain-boosting alternatives, we can take meaningful steps not only towards potentially lowering the risk of Alzheimer's, but also towards enhancing our overall quality of life. In this chapter, we will delve deeper into the world of food and its profound influence on our health. With every bite we take, we not only nourish our bodies but also nurture our minds. It's an invitation to recognize the power we hold in making informed dietary choices. Our journey towards better health and well-being is a shared one, filled with hope, possibility, and the promise of brighter days ahead. Together, let's explore the foods that can transform our lives and empower us on a path to a healthier mind and a brighter future. Have you ever stood in front of your refrigerator, staring at the various options, and felt overwhelmed by the plethora of choices? Each item you see is not just a component of a meal, it holds the power to impact your brain health and cognitive function. The connection between nutrition and our mental faculties is an intricate tapestry woven from countless studies and personal stories, highlighting how our decisions extend far beyond immediate satisfaction. Consider the Mediterranean diet, long celebrated for its bounty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. This dietary pattern is not just a lifestyle choice, it's a testament to age-old wisdom. Cultures surrounding the Mediterranean Sea have thrived for centuries, benefiting from foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and fiber. Research has demonstrated that adhering to this kind of eating can reduce the risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. Countries like Greece and Italy, where people savor meals made from fresh ingredients, boast lower rates of these conditions compared to other regions. It's as if the sun-soaked landscapes have conspired to protect the minds of their inhabitants. When we think about these dietary patterns, it's essential to remember the role of community and shared meals. Imagine a lively family gathering around a table, laughter echoing as bowls of olives, fresh salads, and grilled fish are passed around. It's in these moments that not only our bodies are nourished, but also our spirits. Social connections have long been known to bolster mental health, adding a rich layer to the narrative of overall well-being. This interplay between food, connection, and brain health speaks volumes about the lifestyle choices we make day by day. Among the most compelling aspects of the journey toward better cognitive health is the focus on specific foods that pack a nutritional punch. Blueberries, for instance, are often dubbed as brain berries. These tiny jewels are abundant in antioxidants which combat oxidative stress, a process that can lead to neurodegeneration. There's even an expression circulating among nutritionists: eat the rainbow. It's a reminder that a colorful variety of fruits and vegetables will offer an array of benefits, nurturing both body and mind with every bite. Moreover, the role of certain spices is often underestimated. Turmeric, with its vibrant golden hue, contains curcumin, a compound known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Incorporating it into dishes might not only elevate flavor, but also support brain health. Stories abound of individuals who have discovered the joy of cooking with turmeric, sharing their culinary experiments and newfound confidence in the kitchen. It's this rediscovery of flavors that fosters a deeper connection to the foods that fuel our brains. As we embark on our next chapter, let's turn our sights toward the importance of balance and mindfulness in our dietary choices. Each meal is an opportunity to be intentional. The simple act of preparing a meal can provide a moment of mindfulness, allowing us to engage with the food and the process, fostering a relationship that transcends mere consumption. Gone are the days of mindlessly munching on snacks while distracted by screens. What if instead we took the time to appreciate each flavor, each texture, and even the stories behind our meals? Perhaps it's a memory of cooking with loved ones or savoring a dish that transported us back to a cherished place. Reclaiming this consciousness impacts not only our health, but also our joy in eating. In this journey, we also face the reality of modern food environments that often present challenges to our best intentions. Processed foods, laden with sugars and unhealthy fats, are tempting and readily accessible. They may provide immediate gratification, but can lead to long-term emotional and physical consequences. Here lies the call to action, to carefully curate our choices, to educate ourselves about what we consume, and to remember that every decision is an investment in our future selves. As you read through this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own food stories. What meals lift your spirits? Which ingredients make you feel alive? Leveraging on these memories can not only enhance your meals, but also serve as a reminder of the profound connection between what we eat and how we think and feel. Our next step in this exploration will delve deeper into practical strategies for incorporating these nourishing foods into our lives. With each culinary adventure, we embark on a promising journey towards fostering a healthier mind, unearthing knowledge and inspiration for a resilient future. As we gather around our metaphorical tables, let's celebrate not just the act of eating, but the love and tradition behind it. Together, we can redefine our relationship with food to uplift and nourish not only our bodies, but the essence of our very being. Have you ever paused to consider the intimate connection between our meals and our mood? It's a remarkable journey, tracing the path from the kitchen to our minds, revealing how deeply food intertwines with our emotional landscape and cognitive processes. As we navigate this intricate relationship, stories of transformation emerge, of individuals who have taken charge of their health through conscious eating, demonstrating the powerful ripple effects of making informed dietary choices. Imagine for a moment a gentleman named David, a dedicated father and a software engineer, living in a bustling city. After years of working long hours at his desk, he started to notice changes, moments of forgetfulness and an inability to focus. Alarmed yet motivated, David began exploring ways to reclaim his mental clarity. It was this quest that brought him to the realization that the very foods he consumed daily played a crucial role in his cognitive health. One evening, while preparing dinner, he stumbled across an article about the benefits of omega-3 fatty acids, compounds vital for brain function, found abundantly in fatty fish like salmon and mackerel. He learned how these foods could foster neuroprotection and cognitive function, reducing the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Inspired, David made it a priority to incorporate more fish, nuts, and seeds into his meals, even converting his family's weekend brunches into a delightful marine feast, sharing recipes and fun facts with his children about the nutritional treasures they were indulging in. With each passing week, David noticed a shift. He felt more focused, his energy levels soared, and the cloud of forgetfulness slowly lifted. The transformation wasn't just physical. It seeped into his family life as they gathered around the table, engaging in conversations that felt richer, more alive. Even the smiles were brighter, the laughter more frequent, an embodiment of how our healthful eating habits transcend the act of eating, becoming celebrations of connection and community. As we embrace stories like David's, it's essential to explore the robust role of whole grains in brain health. Whole grains such as quinoa, brown rice, and oatmeal are rich in fiber and essential nutrients, playing a vital role in maintaining steady blood sugar levels. Picture the steady stream of energy from a bowl of whole grain oatmeal, fueling not just the body but the mind, providing the clarity needed to tackle the day's challenges. Studies have shown that individuals who regularly consume whole grains tend to experience improved cognitive performance compared to those who rely heavily on refined carbohydrates. Yet, it's not merely about individual foods, it's about the patterns we establish, a mosaic of nutrients that collectively shape our mental landscape. This is where the concept of food synergy comes into play. When we combine certain foods, they can enhance each other's benefits exponentially. A salad of leafy greens topped with avocado, sprinkled with sunflower seeds and dressed with olive oil, becomes a powerhouse meal, rich in vitamins, healthy fats, and antioxidants. Each ingredient complements the others, creating not just a meal, but a symphony of nourishment. As we navigate through this evolving understanding of food, it's critical to weave the narrative of mindfulness into our eating practices. Our fast-paced world often leads to hurried meals snagged between commutes or work deadlines, a hurried bite devoid of appreciation. But what if we paused? Imagine preparing a meal with intention, immersing ourselves in the colors and scents of fresh ingredients. Each step, from chopping vegetables to savoring aromas, can become a mindful ritual, re-establishing our connection with food. Consider Clara, a woman who turned to yoga and mindfulness practices to combat stress. She began integrating her mindfulness journey with her eating habits, crafting moments of awareness during meals. Instead of eating in front of the television, she set the table, lit a candle, and focused solely on her food, experiencing every texture, flavor, and memory associated with each bite. This practice deepened her appreciation for the sustenance she provided for her body and mind, allowing her to cultivate a sense of calm and gratitude. Navigating through the plethora of food choices can be daunting, as the modern food environment bombards us with processed options that often seem like a shortcut to satisfaction. However, taking the time to educate ourselves and make conscious decisions can lead to profound benefits, not just for our minds, but for our spirits. Each time we choose a home-cooked meal over fast food, or reach for a piece of fruit instead of a sugary snack, we are investing in our cognitive health. In distressing moments when convenience calls, it becomes vital to remember the stories behind our food choices. A vivid memory of a warm kitchen filled with the scent of roasted vegetables, or the laughter shared over preparing a family recipe, lightens the journey. Each meal carries the weight of our experiences, bonding us with our past, our family, and our health. As we transition to our next chapter, let's explore practical strategies to make these nourishing choices a regular part of our lives. With each culinary endeavor, we not only foster resilience within ourselves, but also pave the way toward a legacy of health for future generations. As we gather at our metaphorical tables, Let's celebrate not just the meals, but the journeys shared and the bonds formed, a testament to the notion that together we have the power to redefine our relationship with food, fostering not merely physical health, but a vibrant joy that nourishes our very essence. In the intricate tapestry of life, the moments we share at our dining tables hold significance beyond mere sustenance. Research suggests that conscious eating, a practice that engages both the mind and the senses, can enhance our mental well-being and even alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression. As we turn our focus to this chapter, we delve into the profound connection between mindfulness in eating and cognitive health, inviting you into the stories of those who have transformed their relationship with food. Let's revisit David, whose journey into healthy eating sparked a ripple effect that extended through his community. Inspired by his own transformation, he decided to take it a step further and organized a neighborhood potluck centered around the concept of brain food. Guests were encouraged to bring dishes that featured cognitive-boosting ingredients. As the sun set on a beautiful evening, the aroma of sage-infused roasted vegetables, quinoa-stuffed bell peppers, and vibrant berry salads filled the air, each dish an embodiment of mindfulness and intention. The potluck became more than just a meal. It was a celebration of knowledge and communal bonding. People shared not only recipes, but also stories of their struggles and triumphs with health. Ellen, a retired teacher who once battled her own cognitive decline, brought a dessert of dark chocolate and walnut brownies, recounting how she had read about how dark chocolate could support brain health, and how it was a nostalgic recipe from her mother. Each guest left not only with a full stomach, but with a renewed sense of connection to their well-being and their community. Community gatherings, such as this one, serve as tangible reminders of how social connections foster emotional resilience. Studies have shown that social engagement can mitigate the risk factors associated with cognitive decline. When we connect deeply with others over shared meals, we create networks of support that feed not only our bodies, but our spirits. This synergy between nutrition and community is a vital element of our journey toward cognitive health. Reflecting on how nutrition intersects with our emotions, consider the roots of comfort food. It often brings with it a sense of belonging and warmth. For many, a steaming bowl of chicken soup or a homemade lasagna revolves around cherished memories, family gatherings, and love. But what happens when we intentionally recreate these meals with a focus on their nutritional power? Reimagining comfort foods to enhance cognitive benefits doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or nostalgia. Instead, it invites us to innovate. Imagine a mother working to foster a healthier lifestyle for her children. She decides to make a traditional lasagna, but opts for whole wheat noodles and layers of sautéed spinach, zucchini, and mushrooms, topped with a rich marinara sauce and a sprinkling of low-fat cheese. The familiar experience of sharing a meal together is retained, yet the dish is now infused with ingredients that support their cognitive health and well-being. Kids who once turned their noses up at greens may find the flavors unexpectedly enjoyable, unaware of the thoughtful transformations taking place on their plates. As we continue on this culinary journey, let's explore the vital aspect of hydration. Often overlooked in discussions about diet, water plays a crucial role in cognitive functioning. Dehydration can lead to fatigue and impaired concentration, affecting our daily lives and mental clarity. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition highlighted that even mild dehydration can impair cognitive performance and mood. Encouraging kids to drink water infused with fresh fruits, such as lemon and mint, not only makes hydration appealing, but also instills a lifelong habit of health consciousness. Amidst the tapestry of meals, it's essential to remember the nuances of balance. The human body thrives on variety, requiring a seemingly endless array of nutrients that work synergistically for optimal brain function. This is where the idea of the Plato principle comes in, advocating for meals that shine with color, vivid greens, deep reds, and sunny yellows. One poignant story revolves around an elderly couple nestled in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Margaret, in her late 70s, was diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment. Determined not to let this define her, She consulted with a nutritionist who emphasized the importance of a varied diet. Inspired, her husband Tom transformed their dining table into a colorful array of produce, filling it with seasonal fruits and vegetables sourced from local farmers. Every meal turned into a vibrant festival. Sweet potatoes roasted with rosemary, kale sautéed with garlic, and bright berries bursting with flavor. Beyond nourishment, cooking together allowed Tom and Margaret to reclaim joy, sharing laughter and stories intertwined with every meal. Their connection deepened as they discovered new recipes that enlivened their relationship. Even in the face of struggles, their shared journey offered solace, reminding them that food was a beacon of hope and togetherness. As we pivot to the next chapter of our exploration, let's embrace the importance of planning and preparation in bringing these principles to life. Meal prep can often feel overwhelming, but it's in these moments that we reclaim our time and create space for intention. By setting aside an hour or two each week, we can craft meals that nourish and delight, setting ourselves up for success in the days to come. Imagine transforming an afternoon into a joyful ritual. Baking a batch of wholesome energy bars packed with nuts, oats, and honey, or chopping an assortment of vegetables to roast later in the week. Even engaging children in this process, teaching them about the foods they're preparing and their respective benefits, can foster lifelong habits and skills. Each step builds both nutritional knowledge and a sense of agency, nurturing resilience for the future. In front of us lies an enriching path illuminated by the choices we make around food. As we flow into the next chapter, we will uncover innovative strategies to incorporate these principles into our daily lives seamlessly. This commitment to nourishing both our minds and bodies is not merely a journey of survival, but an invitation into a vibrant, fulfilling existence. Together, we will continue to honor our connection to food, to culture, and to the community, crafting a legacy that celebrates not just health, but joy. Culinary experiences often transform into some of life's most cherished moments, revealing the story of connection and creativity that unfolds at our tables. As we move deeper into this exploration of the relationship between our diet and cognitive health, imagine walking into a bustling kitchen where the enticing aroma of spices fills the air. Picture a community cooking class where diverse individuals unite, each one eager to learn how to prepare meals that do more than just satisfy hunger. They boost brain function and emotional resilience. In this lively setting, an intricate tapestry of stories emerges. Meet Priya, a young mother of two who has felt increasingly overwhelmed by the demands of daily life. Struggling with a work-life balance, she often resorted to quick meals that lacked nutritional depth. Yet, inspired by a friend's invite to a community cooking class focused on brain-healthy meals, Priya took a leap of faith. As she entered the kitchen, a spark ignited within her, a realization that food could be a powerful ally in enhancing her family's health. Guided by a passionate instructor, she learned about the benefits of incorporating ingredients such as avocados, quinoa, and dark leafy greens, foods rich in nutrients known to support cognitive function. By the end of the session, Priya had created a vibrant salad bursting with colors and textures, each ingredient linked to a story of health. The laughter and camaraderie shared during the class enriched the experience, transforming food preparation into a celebration of culture and community. Following the class, Priya returned home with newfound confidence. Instead of reaching for processed snacks, she began preparing meals that involved her children, turning dinner into an exploration of flavors and health. Together, they tossed colorful veggies into bathes of oil and spices, uncovering the joy of cooking as a shared adventure. Over time, not only did they savor the nourishing meals, but they also built a habit of gratitude for the foods and traditions that sustained them. The shift was profound. Her children not only began to eat healthier, but also looked forward to their mealtime rituals, strengthening their familial bond around the dinner table. As we delve into the concept of meal planning, we uncover a vital element of consistency. The beauty of preparing meals in advance allows us to reclaim control over what we consume and ensures that when life throws its curveballs, we remain anchored in our commitment to nutrition. Visualize organizing a week's worth of breakfast options, overnight oats adorned with fruits and nuts, breakfast burritos filled with scrambled eggs and spinach, all ready to grab on busy mornings. This practice not only fosters health, but also instills a sense of accomplishment and mindfulness. Consider George, a retired school principal who, after reading about the connection between diet and cognitive longevity, decided it was time to prioritize his health. He began dedicating Sundays to meal prep. Surrounded by fresh ingredients, he crafted vibrant vegetable-packed stews, wholesome grain bowls, and hearty soups destined for his freezer. As the weeks passed, George found himself not only feeling mentally sharper, but also emotionally fulfilled. The act of cooking became a form of meditation, allowing him to reflect on cherished memories of family gatherings, wrapped in the warmth of shared food. This method of meal preparation also serves as a bridge, inviting loved ones to partake in meaningful culinary experiences. With every batch of soup simmering on the stove, George would invite neighbors over, turning a solitary task into a social gathering. The kitchen buzzed with conversation, and soon it became a tradition, sharing a meal, telling stories, nourishing not only bodies but souls as well. It was as if the meals took on a life of their own, becoming vessels for connection, joy, and community. Yet, in our pursuit of healthier eating, we must also acknowledge the tempting allure of convenience foods. Processed options often present themselves as quick fixes, but their impact on our cognitive health is noteworthy. Sugar-laden snacks and empty carbohydrates may offer immediate gratification, but can lead to a cycle of energy crashes and cravings, clouding our mental clarity. Research consistently shows that diets high in refined sugars and unhealthy fats are linked to increased rates of anxiety and depression. Thus, even in moments when convenience calls, we can respond mindfully. Imagine a simple practice, like keeping healthy snacks at hand: carrot sticks with hummus, air-popped popcorn, or a handful of almonds. Each choice becomes a small act of love, a reminder that we have agency over our bodies and minds. Navigating the modern food landscape can sometimes feel overwhelming, but remember that every choice, no matter how small, counts toward building a healthier future. Each time we opt for whole foods over processed ones, we reinforce our commitment to cognitive well-being. Picture Kate, a busy office worker who found herself often reaching for takeout during her workdays. After committing to pack her lunches, she began transforming leftovers into delicious wraps, energized by the thought of nourishing her body. The shift was not merely about food. It was an embodiment of self-care that energized her by the midday slump. As we prepare to explore our next chapter, the focus will shift towards practical strategies and actionable steps, tools that enable us to cultivate a vibrant relationship with food while prioritizing our cognitive health. In this journey, it's vital to remember that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Each individual's culinary exploration is unique, stirring the pot of personal experience and cultural heritage. By embracing our diverse backgrounds, we can weave a richer narrative not just in our cooking, but in our interconnected lives. In the echo of this journey lies the profound truth. Food is not merely sustenance. It is an experience, a connection, and a revitalizing force. As we transition to our next chapter, let us continue to cultivate awareness around our meals, empowering ourselves and our communities to rediscover joy and vitality not just in food, but in every shared moment.